Phone 458-4312.
This broadcast is made possible by Loudon City Council member Tim Dixon. Go Redskins! This message from Tim Dixon, a proud Redskin supporter. Brewster Services, located right across the street from Loudon High School, offers commercial lawn maintenance and installation, tree trimming and removal, as well as landscaping and installation. Locally owned and operated by Ken Brewster, Brewster Services. Phone 458-8887.
This broadcast is made possible by Brennan Properties, proud to provide quality housing right here in Loudon. Brennan Properties supports Loudon Redskin athletics and academics. We live in this community with you, and we care about the needs of our neighbors and friends. The greatest part of shopping with Cobb's Auto Parts is knowing that there is quality assurance in what you buy. We have quality lifetime guarantees, quality products, and quality help. Cobb's Auto Parts, 822 Mulberry Street, Loudon. Phone 458-5472.
It's John and Heidi from the John and Heidi Show.
On Tuesdays we have
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's a fun little program where we pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law. We talk to him for about 5 minutes, and he typically makes people laugh and usually makes people wonder.
It's all happening on the Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Join us mornings from 5 until 10 right here.
96.1 WLNT.
If you need home insurance, auto insurance, or life insurance, Loudon Farm Bureau agent Bart Watson is here to help. Loudon Farm Bureau, they're located right next to the co-op in Loudon at 2076 Wesley Highway, 458-2019. Go Redskins. This message from your hometown agent, Bart Watson, and the Loudon Farm Bureau.
This is Commander Chuck. Join me for traffic updates mornings and afternoons right here on your 24-hour news and information station. 96.1 FM, WLNT.
96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
Loudon Lady Redskins fall to the Meigs County Lady Tigers by a score of 66-20. In the first quarter, Meigs County had 16, Loudon 3. Second quarter, Meigs County 22, Loudon 7. Third quarter, Meigs County 26, Loudon 5. And in the fourth quarter, Meigs County 2 and Loudon 5. Individual scoring for Meigs County Lady Tigers, Jason Stone had 20. J.C. Powell had 12. Ansley Wade had 10. Anna Crowder was 7. Tally Lawson had 6. Ella Crowder with 5. Caden Hennessy with 4. And Laney Fitzgerald had 2. For the Loudon Lady Redskins, Summer Parnell finished with 9. Abby Fritz had 4. Carrie Pittman with 5. And Addison Gardner had 2. The next time these Loudon Lady Redskins play will be tomorrow night at Austin East Magnet School. And you won't want to miss that one. It'll be at Austin East, and so make sure that you are tuning in or watching at RedskinRadio.com.
We'll do our best to bring you some video coverage up there. Again, an unknown since we've not been there since the days of video began. So we'll do our very best for you tomorrow night. We hope you'll join us. Live coverage begins at 5:45 with our pregame show, and then the girls tip off at 6 o'clock.
And then on Friday will be a home game for the Lady Redskins, and it will also be senior night. So remember that there is no more attendance restrictions for Loudon High School. You will need to get your temperature taken, and you do need to have a mask upon entry. But we encourage you to come out and to watch these Lady Redskins on their senior night, and these Redskins as well. Stop by the concession stand. They do a fantastic job, and especially amongst here the year of COVID, we want to make sure that we're taking care of them and all the hard work that they do. And so please come out and support them, support your Redskins Friday at Friday at home against Kingston for senior night.
And we want to say some good things and say thank you to all the hard work that Gary Whitfield and Melinda Allman and Stephanie Arthur are doing that concession stand at Loudon. They've had a really tough year to work through. Think about it. They've got to try to gauge what to buy and what to have, because sometimes there's been hardly anybody there. So it's been a mammoth task for them to get through this season, but they certainly have put in a lot of hard work, and I know they'll continue to support the Redskins as far as they can as well.
They are incredible supporters, and Melinda Allman, she even comes to these games now as a photographer extraordinaire, and so she just loves being around these teams and Loudon athletics in general, and really takes good care of us.
Between Melinda and Rebecca Art McBride, we have some really great action photos that show up on social media. Thanks to them.
And Miss Lauren Harrison even jumping in there.
That's true. That is correct. And thanks to them for all the efforts they put in throughout the season to help spotlight our young athletes.
And then next week, the Lady Redskins will finish out their season at home February 8th against Carnes, Tuesday, February 9th at home against Austin East, and then Friday, February 12th at Lenore City, before that district tournament will begin on February 17th, and that will be to be determined. More than likely, it will probably be Sequoia or Polk County, but we will find out exactly for sure and where we'll end up and where we'll go for that first game.
And they'll have a meeting. We've talked about this before too, but it doesn't hurt to put the word out several times. They'll have a meeting to set and discuss how the district tournament should go. So we will continue to keep you updated as much as we can on that and let you know. So as we get information, we'll pass it along to you, both on our social media and on redskinradio.com. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, WLNT Radio, on Twitter at Redskin Radio. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Redskin Radio. And of course, there's our website, redskinradio.com, where all things Redskins live. And if you go there, look over on the right side of the screen, that's where we have the most recent audio and video clips from our basketball season. So we've got some interviews up there from the last game that we had with Donovan Blankenship and Keaton Herrig, and a lot of other, we have the coaches' interviews up there, and you had a guest or two up there. So we always try to put that stuff up there. So if you miss anything, you can go back and listen to it.
There's a few more minutes to go here as both teams out warming up. We're looking for a good game here between the Loudon Redskins and the Meigs County Tigers. Last time they faced off back on January 8th, the Loudon Redskins defeated the Meigs County Tigers 65-59. So don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll bring you that coverage on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and redskinradio.com.
Tire Pros, located at Ag Central in Loudon, has a state-of-the-art alignment machine. They offer oil changes, tire rotation, and balancing, including road force balancing. Tire Pros has a complete selection of tires, and they do repairs. Tire Pros, 2084 Wesley Highway in Loudon. Phone 458-2057.
The Big Red Car Wash is located just off Highway 72 in Loudon behind Capital Bank. Big Red has 5 regular bays and 1 super bay for washing boats, campers, and SUVs. Locally operated by Gabe Daniel and Ben Curtis. The Big Red Car Wash, Garting Machine Road in Loudon.
Dr. Michael Bowman and Dr. Jason Bowman support Loudon High School. Their state-of-the-art family dental practice is located at 800 Mulberry Street in Loudon. Go Redskins! This message from Drs. Bowman and Bowman. Phone 458-4352.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then State Farm agent Jessica Green in Loudon can help you simplify to get to a better state, because with Jessica handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. In Loudon, agent Jessica Green is located on Carter Street next to Loudon High School. Phone 408-2433.
When you lose a loved one, McGill Click Funerals and Cremations provides understanding, guidance, and compassionate care. They have the experience to help you make affordable choices for your unique budget and needs. McGill Click, for the most compassionate, affordable, and experienced care. 408-3001.
This broadcast is made possible by Hauser's Lawn Care, locally owned and operated by Benny and Hayden Hauser. Free estimates are available and they're insured. Go Redskins! This message from Hauser's Lawn Care. Phone 423-836-0827.
When it comes comes to serving the financial needs of this area, we have the home court advantage. This is our home. We know the area. We know the local economy. Foothills Federal Credit Union, Lenore City, Loudon, and Sweetwater. Member NCUA.
Wampler's Farm Sausage is whole hog sausage, containing all the choice cuts of hams, loins, shoulders, and tenderloins. Every patty is lean, tender, and juicy with flavor, cooked with a time-proven method to ensure the best flavor possible. Wampler's Farm Sausage, made right here in Loudon County. It's good eating.
You know, life can change in the blink of an eye. Every minute a stroke goes untreated can cost you 2 million brain cells. Fort Loudon Medical Center is now an advanced primary stroke center and part of our region's only stroke hospital network. When minutes count, you can count on Fort Loudon Medical Center, a proud member of Covenant Health.
Whether you need a new system or if your current system needs repairs, Jeff and Rick Green and the staff at Green Heat and Air in Loudon are ready to help. They've been serving Loudon and surrounding counties since 1985. Financing is available, plus all work is licensed and insured. Green Heat and Air, phone 458-6718. This broadcast is made possible by Loudon City Mayor Jeff Harris. Go Redskins! This message from Loudon City Mayor Jeff Harris, a proud Redskin supporter. Paula and all the hairstylists at the Hair Barn say go Redskins. The Hair Barn serves men, women, and children. Open Tuesday through Friday. Paula appreciates appointments, but walk-ins are welcome. The Hair Barn, 316 Grove Street in Loudon. Phone 458-5949.
We're minutes away from the Loudon Redskins and the Meigs County Tigers at Meigs County High School. Again, if you're just joining us, the Loudon Lady Redskins fell by a score of 66-20, and they will play again tomorrow night at Austin East Magnet School. We're located in the second story here tonight at Meigs County School, directly behind the Loudon bench. And to the left of us, far left side, will be the home Meigs County Tigers, and they're all white, orange numerals. And right in front of us is the visiting Loudon Redskins, and they're all red, white numerals, white lettering. We do also want to make you aware that these referees, if you missed the girls' game, same referees as the junior varsity game. And interesting story, Coach Ronnie Roberts had to get on one of their tails back, I guess, about in
a couple of years ago.
I was thinking it was this season back at the very beginning, but Coach Ben Curtis in a JV game was coaching him up, and this ref got a little agitated at him, and it required Coach Roberts in his athletic director position to come down and defend his coach. And again, that's what we love so much about Coach Roberts, was his loyalty and the defense he had of these players and these coaches. And
he was sitting with me when that started up, and he jumped up and took off running. I knew something was up. So.
Yes, and so these refs will be interesting, as you will hear and see. No telling how this will go. But we're looking for a great game, as last time Loudon was able to get the win 65-59. And in that game, Donovan Blankenship had 24 points. Hayden Hauser had 17, all in the first quarter with hot shooting. But for Meigs County, look for number 2, Seth Caldwell. He had 19 at Loudon. Number 0, Cole Owens, had 14 at Loudon. And number 3, Ethan Meadows, had 10 at Loudon. So those are 3 that will shape out the core of this Meigs County team. So now we'll go with the starting lineups here at Meigs County.
Number 4, Keaton Herod.
For Loudon, number 4, Keaton Herod. Number 5, Donovan Blankenship. Number 15, Jackson Williams. Number 20, Hayden Hauser. And 21, Landon Mallow. Now for the Meigs County Tigers with the music included.
Big production.
Surprised there's not a fog machine and lights out.
Police lights.
0, Cole Owens. And I think the refs are down there clapping for their team. Number 2, Seth Caldwell. 3, Ethan Meadows. 13, Peyton Armour. 15, Matthew Boshears.
96.1 FM, WLNT LP Loudon, Magic 104.1, WMJA LP Loudon, WLNU LP Lenore City at 107.1 FM, streaming with audio and video. We're at redskinradio.com. This broadcast copyright 2021, WLNT Sports. Now with live coverage, Wally Breakbill.
Ball gets centered up, tossed up and tipped, controlled by Meigs County. They're going left to right. Loudon Redskins going right to left across your radio dial. Ball gets passed up to the right wing to Armour. Armour swings it over to the left corner to Meadows. Meadows skip pass back to Armour on the right wing. He passes it to Boshears, who pulls up 15-footer from the left elbow, and it's good. Meigs County strikes first. Loudon Redskins going right to left, facing the half-court man-to-man defense of Meigs County. They're typically a zone team, but they've opted to go man-to-man tonight. As last time out, Hayden Hauser fielded up in the first quarter. So ball comes down, pass it off in the left corner to Williams. Williams puts up the three, no good. Herrig gets the rebound and hands it back to Hauser. Hauser passes the left wing to Williams, who dishes it back to Blankenship. Coach Josh Graves giving the play call. Blankenship with it. Here comes the screen. Blankenship to the left side, hesitates, now attacks, gets to the left side, puts it up off the glass, and that's good by Donovan Blankenship. 2-2, 7 minutes to go in the first. Ball being brought down by Caldwell. Caldwell passes it to Boshears, left wing. He drives in, floats it up, no good. Rebounded by Blankenship. He's out quickly. He drives down the middle, passes up the right side to Hauser. He goes up, no good. Tipped by Blankenship, no good. Now there's a fight for the ball, and Williams gets it on the left wing. Williams gives it out to Blankenship. He drives in, jump stop, goes up, over the defender, no good, and it's rebounded by Caldwell. Caldwell walks it down the side, the right sideline, comes across the half line right in front of the scorer's table, nearest to us. Now he hesitates and attacks, drives in, gets to the right block, puts it up, no good, and Williams will come up with the rebound. Williams gives it to Blankenship. Blankenship now walks it down. Blankenship pitches it over to Herrig. Herrig going to set up the play. Herrig goes to the right off of a screen, turns the corner, gets underneath the goal, passes out left corner to Mallow, who puts up the three, no good. Rebounded far right side by Caldwell. Caldwell takes it down the sideline, pitches it ahead to Owens. Owens drives baseline, gets to the left side, puts it up and good by Owens. 4-2, Meigs County leading. 5:50 to go in the first. Blankenship with the ball. Blankenship calling the play. Passes over to the right wing to Herrig. Herrig dishes inside to Mallow on the block. He turns, puts it off the glass, and that's good. Great post move by Mallow. Ties it back up 4-4. 5:36 to go in the first. Caldwell walks it down for the Tigers. Caldwell passes over to the left side to Armour. Armour over here to the right wing to Meadows. Meadows crosses over, drives to the free throw line, and pitches it out to Caldwell. Caldwell drives in, left side, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Blankenship. He quickly passes it down the field to Herrig. He goes up, has it tipped by Armour, and it's rebounded by Owens. Owens brings it down, goes to the far left side, left wing, passes it off to Meadows. Meadows attacks down the baseline, puts it up on the left side, no good. Rebound by Blankenship. Same thing, dish it out to Herrig. Herrig running and chasing it down, puts it up off the right side. A great layup by Herrig. That's the way you run the floor. Blankenship and Herrig, 6-4. Loudon takes the lead. 4:51 to go in the first. Ball gets passed over to the right wing to Armour. Armour's going to take a three for himself. No good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig gives to Blankenship, who passes it up the right sideline to Hauser, who pulls the three from the right wing. No good. Rebounded by Meadows. Meadows quickly driving left to right. He's going to try to drive in, and Mallow's going to grab it and tie it up. Great job by Landon Mallow to tie it up. And that will give the Redskins the ball on that tie-up. So Loudon will have the ball going right to left. 4:29 to go in the first. Loudon holding on to a 6-4 lead at Meigs County High School. Blankenship comes to the left side. Now he drives in. He's going to go off a body, put it up on the left and off the glass, and that's good by Blankenship. 8-4. Caldwell has it. Throw it to the left to Owens. Owens, lots of fancy movement. Passes to the top to Boshears. Boshears, shot fake, drives down the right lane line, puts it up, and he's going to get the foul called on Hauser. That's foul on 20, Hayden Hauser. That's his first, team first. And to the line will be Boshears. Boshears, only one to check that. Owens has also scored. Boshears gets his free throw, puts up the first shot, and that's good. He's got 3. Scores 8-5. Loudon leading Meigs County. 4:04 to go in the first. Boshears Sets, shoots, no good. And a great box out by Mallow, but he can't hold him off. And Meadows able to get the rebound. He dribbles out to the right wing, turns and pulls the three, and it's good by Meadows. Ties the game up 8-8. 3:53. Now a complete face guard going on to Blankenship. Caldwell's going to follow him around all the way around the court. Not the first time nor the last that Blankenship will be face guarded. Blankenship comes off screens and catches on the left wing. He rips and drives to the left side, puts up the layup, no good, rebounded by Boshears. Boshears passes it over to Owens. Owens pitches it ahead to the right wing to Caldwell. Caldwell gives it back to Boshears, stepping across the top of the key. He puts up the deep two, no good, rebounded by Blankenship. Blankenship drives it down the middle, passes off to Hauser. Hauser pitches it back to Herrig on the right wing. Herrig drives to the right short corner, stops and kicks it back out to Hauser. Hauser passes it to the top to Blankenship. Blankenship gets the call from Coach Josh Graves and throws it to the left wing to Hauser. Hauser gives it to Herrig, who dribbles to the right elbow and passes it out to Mallow. Mallow back out to Blankenship on the right corner. He takes the three, no good, rebounded by Owens. Owens passes it over to the right side to Caldwell, who pitches it ahead to Armour in the right corner. Armour takes the three, no good, and Caldwell able to save it, but he throws it out of bounds. It goes bouncing out of bounds, so it will go back to Loudon. Checking in for Meigs County's number 21, Jackson Shaver, and number 12, Levi Caldwell. Loudon has the ball, 2:50 to go in the first. Tied ball game, 8-8. Now Caldwell's going to be charged with two Caldwells. This is Levi now. It's going to be charged with falling around Blankenship. Blankenship comes to the right elbow, kicks out to Herrig. Herrig gives it back to Blankenship. Blankenship skips it over to the left wing to Hauser, who pitches it back to Herrig at the top of the key to take the three. No good. Rebounded by Owens. A lot of threes by the Redskins. Ball goes to the left side to Caldwell. He gives it up top to Owens. Owens steps in, takes the three. No good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig gives it to Blankenship. He walks it down. Last game, the Redskins shot less than 10 threes, and they able to get the big win against North City. Tonight, they probably already shot 10 threes in the first quarter. Blankenship passes to Williams in the left corner. Williams drives baseline, kicks out left wing to Blankenship, who puts up the three, and he drills it. Good driving kick. Those are the threes you want to have. 11-8, Loudon leading. Meigs County with the ball. Caldwell up top. He passes it over to the left to Shaver. Shaver passes it in the left corner to Meadows, who pulls the three from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser gives it to Mallow, gives it to Herrig. 1:40 to go in the first. Herrig with it, facing the half-court man-to-man defense. Passes the ball to the right wing to Blankenship. He drives in, turns and kicks out to the right corner to Mallow. Mallow dribbles down the baseline, stops and pulls up 5 feet from the right side. No good. Rebounded by Caldwell. He gives it over to Meadows. Meadows, nobody steps over to stop him. He's going to drive all the way in, put it up, no good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig races down the middle. He's going to dribble over to the right wing. Now he's going to stop and hand it back to Blankenship, who passes it up top to Mallow. Mallow hands it off to Herrig coming to get it. Herrig going to call the play. Quick count by the ref. Herrig goes to the right. Now he's going to drive in, gets the block, turns and kicks it out to Mallow. And then Mallow gives it to Herrig coming back out, who turns into the handoff and pulls the three from the right wing. No good. Williams saves it from going out of bounds, saves it to Hauser. He shoots the three left wing, and that's no good. Rebounded by Caldwell. As he starts to dribble, he's going to be fouled by Herrig. Herrig, that'll be his first and team's second. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Loudon 11, Meigs County 8 here at Meigs County High School. Meigs County Shaver to throw it in to Caldwell. Caldwell walks it down, facing the half-court man-to-man defense of the Redskins. Caldwell passes it over to the left side to Meadows. Meadows up top to Huckleby. Huckleby's just going to hold it. 30 seconds. They'll be content with one shot. 25 seconds on the clock. Huckleby's dribbling. He dribbles right over in front of the Redskin bench, right in front of Coach Ben Curtis, Coach Caleb Dutton, and ankle recovery, Brody Harrison. He will hopefully be back in time for district play. Ball goes over to the left side to Meadows. Meadows facing, goes to the left, passes off to Caldwell in the left corner. He passes it right back to the top of the key to Meadows, who drives in, tries to feed it underneath to Shaver, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Redskins with 2.2 seconds. 2.2 seconds to go. Meigs County throws it into Boshears. Boshears at the free throw line, pulls up 15 feet off the glass, no good. So at the end of the first quarter, Loudon Redskins 11, Meigs County 8. We'll be back on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
James R. Thomason, Certified Public Accountant, is a proud supporter of Loudon High School athletics and academics. Mr. Thomason has been providing CPA services in Loudon County since 1991. James R. Thomason, Certified Public Accountant. Phone 458-6872.
JM Mowing and Tree Service is proud to bring you coverage of the Loudon Redskins. Whether it's mowing, mulching, or brush removal, no job is too large or small. They can cut anything. JM Mowing and Tree Service, locally owned and operated by Jamie and Wendy Miller. Phone 865-919-5403.
At the break, the refs were meeting in the middle of the court for a little seminar as the senior official, who we have often, and is not that bad of a referee. He's pretty good. He was out coaching up his other referees on where to stand, how to rotate. You could see him pointing and moving and showing them what to do. So they're learning on the fly tonight. Meadows gets the ball for Meigs County, going left to right out in the second quarter. He's going to try to take it himself. He does. He drives down the right lane line, puts up the layup, and that's good by Meadows. 11-10, Loudon leading at Meigs County High School. 7:43 to go in the second. Blankenship brings the ball down, passes the left wing to Williams. Williams rips and drives to the baseline. He gets to the left block and floats it up. No good. Rebounded by Meadows. Meadows brings it down the right sideline. Dribbles down to the right wing, passes over to the left to Caldwell. Caldwell shot fake, one dribble pull up. No good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig racing down the middle. Bounce pass off to Mallow. Mallow drives in to the right side. He puts up the layup, and it's blocked by Meadows and rebounded by Caldwell. Caldwell passes it over to Meadows at the half line. Meadows to the left wing. Now he's going to attack and drive in. He puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded by Williams. It's 2-on-1. Williams pitches ahead to Herrig. Herrig drives in, and it's poked loose. Herrig comes back up with it. Goes up right side. No good. Rebounded by Shaver. Shaver now running down left to right. Nobody stops him, so he's going to drive in all the way, floated over in front of the rim, and that's good by Shaver as no Redskins stop the ball. And Meigs County takes the lead with 6:45 to go in the second. Blankenship with the ball. He goes to the right wing. Blankenship backs it out. Calls the play. Now he goes to the right. Hands off to Herrig. Herrig drives middle, pitches out to Hauser. Hauser drives down the middle of the paint, puts up the layup on the right side. No good. Rebounded by Huckabee. Huckabee racing down. He's going to drive all the way. He tries to pass it off to the left block to Shaver, and it's deflected by Mallow, but saved by Caldwell. Caldwell skip past top of the key to Meadows. Meadows, one dribble pull up from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Mallow. Coach Josh Graves wants a timeout, as so far the ball has not been stopped in transition. So he calls a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with him on 96.1 WLNT.
Loudon City Councilman Johnny James is proud to support the Loudon Redskins in the classroom or on the football field. Go Redskins from Loudon City Councilman Johnny James.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get to work.
Let's fire this baby up.
Let's go.
96.1 WLNT and RedskinRadio.com.
Out of the timeout, Loudon going right to left with the ball. 6:10 to go in the second. Meigs County 12, Loudon 11. Blankenship throws it to the right to Herrig. Herrig gives it back to Blankenship, left wing. Blankenship drives in, powers his way, puts it up, no good. It's going to be saved in by Meigs County to Huckabee. Huckabee bringing it down, passes it up to the left side to Caldwell. Caldwell pulls the three, left wing, no good. Rebounded backside by Armour. Armour passes it back out. Ball gets swung over to the left to Huckabee. Huckabee drives baseline, puts up the layup on the left side. Rebounded by Shaver. Shaver turns, puts it back up, no good. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser gets the Blankenship. Blankenship now drives in. He weaves to the defense. He takes it all the way. Going to go to the right side, and he has it knocked loose out of bounds. 5:37 to go in the second. So far, not very many fouls called. 2 on Loudon and none on Meigs County. And Blankenship's taking the beating as he drives in. Williams throws it in left side underneath his own goal. Give it out to Blankenship in the corner. Blankenship comes up to the left wing. Now backs it out facing this half-court man-to-man defense of Meigs County. Ball gets thrown to the right to Herrig. Herrig dishes it to the right elbow to Mallow. Mallow turns, kicks out right corner to Hauser. Hauser puts up the three, and he drills it. Hayden Hauser finds his first points beyond the perimeter, and Loudon takes the lead back 14-12. Meigs County with the ball. Going left to right, pass it over to the right wing. Now swing it back to the left to Meadows. Meadows on the left wing. Drives in, And on the floor, he's going to get called for a reach-in on Herrig. Herrig wasn't much in the... Never mind, they called on 21. They called on Mallow. So it'll be Mallow's first, team third. Meigs County will throw it in underneath their own goal on the left side. Pass it out to the left wing, up to Shaver. Shaver gives it right back to Armour stepping in. He shoots the three from the left corner, no good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig passes it out quickly to Williams. Williams dishes it back to Blankenship at the half line. He drives in, sidesteps one defender, gets to the right side, puts it up off the glass, and that's good by Blankenship. 16-12, Loudon leading Meigs County. 4:45 to go in the second. Meadows throws the ball to the left wing to Caldwell. He puts up the three, no good. Rebounded by Mallow. He tries to throw it down the court, and it's stolen away by Caldwell. Caldwell passes it off to the right corner to Huckleby. Huckleby shoots the three, no good. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser gives it to Blankenship, who has it back tipped and stolen away by Caldwell. Caldwell drives in, gets the easy layup on the left side, but it falls out, no good. Rebounded by Blankenship. So that ball just sat in there and spun out. Blankenship races down right to left, gets to the middle of the floor, tries to bounce past it to Harrigan. It's kicked up into the bleachers. So on that steal, Caldwell had the easy layup from the left. He put it up there, and it rolled around and looked like it was going in. It just spit out last minute. No good. 4:16 to go in the second. Loudon 16, Meigs County 12 at Meigs County High School. Williams gets it in to Hauser in the left corner. Hauser passes up top to Herrig. Herrig rips and drives. Kicks out to Blankenship, right wing. He tries a three, and that bounces off the back of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Huckleby. Huckleby pitches ahead to Bo Shears. Bo Shears drives in. Left-handed layups up, no good. Tipped by Caldwell, no good. And now ball's rebounded by Bo Shears. Bo Shears drives baseline, goes back up, and there's a blocking foul. Blocking foul on Hauser. That'll be Hauser's second, team fourth. And that's the fourth team foul for Loudon, and no team fouls for Meigs County. So Bo Shears to the line. He puts up his first free throw, and it's good. Checking in for Loudon is number 2, Cy Massey. Bo Shears going through the routine. Sets, shoots, good by Bo Shears. 16-14, 3:56 to go in the second. Loudon still leads by 2 at Meigs County. Blankenship with the ball, bringing it down. Comes across the half line, picked up, half-court man-to-man. Blankenship to the left side. He's going to drive in, takes a beating, and this time they call a foul, and listen to the crowd go wild as the refs finally call one for the team in red. Foul will be given to number 12. That'll be Caldwell. His first and team first with 3:44 to go in the second period. Blankenship to the line. He puts up the free throw, and it's good by Blankenship. He's looking for his second here. He awaits, goes through his routine, pulls the free throw, and it's good. He's got 11. 3:44 to go. Loudon leads 18-14. Bringing the ball down is Caldwell. Caldwell dribbles to the right wing. He passes it to the right block to Bo Shears. Bo Shears drop steps and goes up right side, and that's good by Bo Shears. Loudon up 2, 18-16. Blankenship walks it down, goes to the right side, spins back to the middle of the paint, puts up in front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bo Shears, and they're going to call Mallow for over the back. Here we go. So that'll be Mallow's second, team fifth. Ball comes in to Huckleby. Huckleby comes across the half line. Passes over to the right wing to Caldwell. Caldwell up top to Bo Shears. Bo Shears, shot fake, now drives. Dishes off to the right corner to Huckleby. Huckleby, shot fake, passes out. Now the ball goes around the perimeter to Owens. Owens pitches it back to Armour. Armour drives in the middle, puts it up, no good. And Williams gets the rebound, and he gets jumped on. And now they call a foul. Foul's on Caldwell. If they would have called a jump ball there, this place would have went ballistic. Ben Curtis leading the way. A chair might have been thrown. That is the second foul. Second on Caldwell, second team foul. Blankenship with the ball. 2:54 to go in the second. Loudon leads 18-16 over Meigs County. Blankenship gets 2 screens, top of the key. He goes to the right, passes to Massey. Massey back to Blankenship. He pulls the 3, top of the key, no good, in and out. Rebounded by Mallow. He goes back up, no good. Rebounded by Huckleby. Huckabee down the middle of the court, pitches it ahead to Boshears, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by Williams. Williams, great defense to knock it out. Now the refs are going to meet. I don't know what they're meeting about. They're going to give it to Meigs County. And it will be Meigs County. Ball with Huckabee. Huckabee to throw it in, left side underneath his own goal. Looking, he lobs it over to Boshears. Herrig chases it down and steals it. Herrig's going to have a breakaway. He's running down the right side. He gets fouled on the back of the arm by Armour. So a great jump by Herrig. That was part of that defensive back skill coming out. As he saw the lob the whole way, he read the play beautifully, made a jump on it, able to knock it loose and chase it down and go all the way. Boshears comes in and fouls him. So Herrig to the line to shoot 2. Goes through his routine, puts up the free throw, and it's good. 2:31 to go in the second quarter. Loudon 19, Meigs County 16 at Meigs County High School. Herrig sets it up for a second free throw, puts it up, and it's good. Redskins 4 for 4 from the line. Ball comes in quickly to Caldwell. He comes down the near sideline, passes over the left side to Huckabee. Huckabee up top of the key to Owens, who dishes it inside to Boshears. Boshears turns middle, puts up the shot, and it's good in front of the rim. He's tough to handle. He wasn't very effective at Loudon, but tonight he's been their strong force. Loudon holds on to a 2-point lead, 20-18. 2:09 to go in the second. Blankenship to the right wing to Massey. Massey back up top to Herrig, and it's stolen away by Boshears. Boshears drives in. He's going to go all the way. Puts up off the left side, no good. Tip up by Huckabee, no good. And Massey gets the rebound and gets fouled. Foul by Armour. That's his second, team fourth. Herrig will throw the ball in to Blankenship. 1:57 to go in the second. Blankenship walks it down against the half-court man-to-man defense. He's going to come across the half line. Blankenship throws it to the right wing to Massey. Massey loses the handle on it, stolen away by Owens. Owens gives it to Armour. Armour, top of the key, hesitates, passes over to the left to Owens. Owens crosses over, pitches it back to Boshears. Boshears, one dribble pull-up, left elbow, no good. And it'll be rebounded by Blankenship. Good box out by Massey. Blankenship gets the rebound, drives in, gets in front of the rim, floats it up, no good. He gets hit hard, no call. Caldwell tips it out, and chasing it down will be Armour. He goes up on the right side, and that's a good, easy layup for him from the right. That ties the ball game up 20-20. 1:14 to go in the second. Blankenship comes across the half line. Screen come up by Herrig. Blankenship comes to the left, passes to Williams in the corner. Williams 3 up, and it's good by Jackson Williams. Good shot by Williams. Gives the Redskins back the lead, 23-20 with a minute to go. With the ball is Caldwell. He swings it over to the left side to Armour. Armour dishes inside to Boshears on the block. He turns, kicks it out to the left corner to Huckabee. Huckabee drives middle, passes out left wing to Armour. Armour drives in, spins to the block, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Meigs County. They try to get it out, and it's stolen by Herrig. Herrig races down right to left. He's going to go all the way. Right side, layups up, and good by Keaton Herrig. 27 seconds to go. Loudon 25, Meigs County 20. Ball gets passed to Huckabee at the half line. 20 seconds. Now gets thrown over to Caldwell, right in front of the Redskin bench. 15 seconds, one shot. Caldwell has it. 12 seconds, now 10. Play commences. Caldwell comes to the top of the key, passes it off to the back to Armour. Armour throws it right wing to Owens, who gives it back up top to Caldwell. He puts up the 3, and he's going to be fouled by Williams. So Caldwell fell down before Williams got there to him, but they still called it on Williams. And that'll be his first, team 6, but even more dangerous is that'll put Caldwell on the line to shoot 3 before the half. 0.9 seconds left on the clock. Caldwell gets 3 shots. First shot's up, no good. 25-20, Loudon leading at Meigs County. He awaits the second free throw by Caldwell. Caldwell's free throw's up, no good. Coach Curtis is getting close to some of that sarcastic clapping. Caldwell will receive his third. He waits, sets, shoots, and it's good as his third one does fall in. So the Redskins will all but throw it in, and that'll be it. So Blankenship gives to Herrig. Herrig launches the baseball pass, and no good. So at the end of the half, the score will be Loudon 25, Meigs County 21. We've got an exciting second half on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
This is Mike Stevens. Join me for local and regional news, mornings and afternoons, right here on 96.1 WLNT.
This portion of programming is made possible by Loudon Church of Christ. The entire congregation of Loudon Church of Christ invites you to join them for Sunday school with classes for all ages, Sunday morning at 10 a.m., Sunday morning worship at 11 a.m., Sunday evening worship at 6 p.m., and Wednesday evening Bible study with classes for all ages at 7 p.m. Loudon Church of Christ, 706 Ward Avenue in Loudon. Phone 458-5043.
Choice Audiology is now open in Loudon and accepting new patients. Dr. Rebecca Tripp offers hearing health care and patient-centered care with your best interest at heart. Open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4, and Friday, 9 till noon. Everyone deserves a first choice in hearing health. Choice Audiology, 806 Mulberry Street in Loudon. Phone 865-229-6230. Online at choiceaudiology.com.
This broadcast is made possible by Loudon County Commissioner Kelly Littleton Brewster. Go Redskins! This message from Kelly Littleton Brewster, a proud Redskin supporter. Loudon Funeral Home and Cremations is proud to be veteran and family owned and operated. Founded in 1983, they're proud to continue the commitment of being large enough to serve you, yet small enough to care. They're there to help you celebrate the life and traditions of your loved one with the utmost respect and compassion. Loudon Funeral Home and Cremations, 2048 Mulberry Street in Loudon. Phone 458-6441.
Loudon Utilities supports Loudon High School and since 1939 has been servicing the Loudon area with electricity, natural gas, water, and sewer services. Loudon Utilities also offers an equal payment plan and has several options available for TVA heat pump loans. Loudon Utilities, 458-2091. Proud of our past services and striving to improve future services.
It's John and Heidi from the John and Heidi Show.
On Tuesdays we have
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's a fun little program where we pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law. We talk to him for about 5 minutes, and he typically makes people laugh and usually makes people wonder.
It's all happening on the Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Join us mornings from 5 until 10 right here.
96.1 WLNT.
WLNT LP Loudon. WLNU LP Lenore City.
WMJA LP Loudon.
It's halftime at Meigs County High School, where currently the Loudon Redskins hang on to a narrow lead, 25-21, over the Meigs County Tigers. And in this matchup, in the first quarter, Meigs County has 8, Loudon with 11. Second quarter, Meigs County 13, Loudon 14. For the individual scoring, Meigs County's led by Matthew Boshears with 9. Ethan Meadows has 5. Jackson Shaver with 2. Peyton Armour with 2. Cole Owens with 2. And Levi Caldwell with 1. The Loudon Redskins, led by Donovan Blankenship, who has 11 points, followed up by Keaton Herrig with 6, Jackson Williams 3, Hayden Hauser 3, and Landon Mallow with 2. The Loudon Redskins unable to shoot the ball as well as they have the past couple of games from beyond the perimeter, and they've got 2 threes thus far. And Meigs County able to get it done inside the paint. Boshears leading the way. He's being a force to be reckoned with on the inside. And so we'll see what adjustments are made. The Redskins making a good living off of transition. Keaton Herrig getting out quickly, which all of his points come from that transition from the right side. So we'll see whatever adjustments or whatever improvements might be made or might be fixed up for the half. And we'll see as that takes place.
Tomorrow night we travel to Austin East. Google says that's a 39-minute drive, but that's with no traffic. And we remind folks, be heading up there during afternoon drive, so leave early tomorrow and get up there early and get a good seat and be ready to go.
That's right, and of course do look at the restrictions that may be there. Knox County has said that it would be reserved parents, grandparents, intermediate family, kind of what it was pre-governor's or during governor's order. Of course, there will be a few more that is allowed with intermediate family and grandparents and such like that, but it does seem like it'll be pretty restricted.
It does. We'll be there with live coverage. We'll do our very best to bring you video from there. Again, when we go on the road, you never know what you're going to get. So we'll make it work one way or another. We'll be here on the radio for you.
The next time these Redskins and Lady Redskins play will be tomorrow at Austin East. And then on Friday, February 5th, the Redskins and Lady Redskins are at home to take on Kingston, and that will be senior night. So please, please do come out and support these Redskins for senior night. I know that during this year of COVID and with the restrictions that have been in place and not being able to have big attendance and the concession stands haven't been able to be, people haven't been frequenting those very much. So we do encourage you to come out to eat supper at the concession stand, get you snacks, load up. You can take them home. Save them for next year's trick-or-treat if you got to. But come out and support this program and really take good care of them as you always do.
And we need to mention that coming up, there's going to be a pancake breakfast at Aubrey's in Lenore City. We want to remind all of our Redskin fans to be sure to get a ticket from one of the Redskin players. That's coming up shortly. And if you need some help, 458-4326 is the phone number to the high school, but any boys or girls basketball players should be able to get you tickets.
That's right. Pancake breakfast at Aubrey's will be Saturday, February 20th from 8 to 10 a.m. You can see any Loudon High School basketball player for a ticket, $5 a ticket for all you can eat. And I'm sure that they'll even have some probably you can take to go as well, so support them in that manner and that fashion. And equally as well on Friday at the Kingston home game senior night will also be the Randy Davis Memorial Milk Fund. So you can come and make donations to them there out in the hallway. A great organization, a great cause to be able to provide for there. Also, if you missed any interviews that we've had, was during the girls game, we were able to catch up with the head cheerleader coach, Coach Amber Stewart, as well as a senior player, Ashton Yaw, senior cheerleader. And so if you missed that, it will be up on Redskin Radio in the on-demand section later on.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We'll try to put all of our interviews and everything up there. And, of course, we're on the road tonight, so we probably won't have an interview with Coach Graves, but I'm sure you'll do your best to hook up with him either tonight or tomorrow, and we'll put that up there as well, because one of the things we've learned by doing this is folks want to hear what the coach has to say. Win or lose, I don't think it matters. I think people want to hear the coach's version of the game and analysis and things to look forward to. So that's become a very important thing that folks look at. So we are glad to provide that. And so just stay with us, and we'll keep posting things. Just watch that website, refresh it frequently, because I actually just put some stuff up there a minute ago. The girls' game is already up. So if you didn't get to hear the girls' game tonight, you can go to redskinradio.com, and over on the right-hand side of the screen, click on the girls' game, and at the beginning of that, you'll get to hear that exciting finish of the JV game that we had. We really didn't expect to broadcast the JV game, but it got so juicy right there toward the end where we popped up the video, and then we decided it's time to roll with radio and talk just a little bit about that, Wiley. It was certainly a barn burner here at Meigs County.
It was. If you missed it, Loudon came out and jumped out to an early lead behind the hot shooting of Connor Carr. Meigs County able to fight their way back, and it was a back-and-forth game for the majority of the game. We get down to the end, Meigs County ties it up, so it goes to overtime. Well, everything was back and forth at the first overtime, and it just ended up where they finished up the first one tied up. So then we go to a second overtime. Well, at the end of the second overtime, Loudon was down 3 with just a couple seconds left, and all seemed over. And the Redskins pass it out to Dawson Walker in the left corner, and he drains one, center cuts it, and a beautiful shot to send it into the third overtime. And they just had to put a minute up there, 2 minutes up there, and of course Meigs County able to get the score first. And by that time, you know, time's already run down, and it's hard to come back. So I think the Redskins would have had them had they played the actual allotment for halftime or for overtime, but they had a great play anyways.
We got a second half coming up right here that's going to be equally as exciting, and we hope we have a real good finish for the Redskins.
So Redskins lead 25-21 to start the third quarter. They will be going left to right across your radio dial now. And Herrig will run the point position. So Herrig with the ball Comes to the right, passes it to Mallow. Mallow to Blankenship. Blankenship drives in, tries to pass it off, loses the handle on it. He's able to chase it down. Throw it back to Herrig on the right wing. Herrig pitches it back to Blankenship. Blankenship drives in, powers his way to the right side, puts up the layup, and that's good by Donovan Blankenship. Meigs County bringing the ball down. Pass the ball up to the right wing to Armour. Armour pitches it back to Caldwell. Caldwell throws it over to the left to Owens, who drives into the left block. Passes back up top to Caldwell. He pulls the three from the top, and that's good by Caldwell. So he answers. 27-24. Loudon leading. 7:20 to go in the third. Blankenship with the ball. He comes across the half line, throws it to the left to Hauser. Now in the left corner to Williams. Williams dribbles up to the left wing, gives it to Herrig. Herrig rips and drives, pulls it back out, now throws it to the top to Mallow. Mallow back to Herrig on the right wing, who swings it to the left wing to Williams. Now to the left corner to Hauser, now back to Williams. Williams up top to Herrig, getting the call from Coach Josh Graves. Ball gets thrown to Mallow, who tries to hit Blankenship going back door, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds off the hand of Caldwell. So Redskins will throw it in right in front of the Redskin cheerleaders. Again, it's great seeing them out here cheering on their team. Williams looking to get it in, throws it to the right wing to Blankenship. Blankenship, 2 dribbles, goes in, puts it up, no good, tries to tip it, no good, gets the rebound again, kicks it out to Williams. Williams, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound by Blankenship. He is an animal from inside the paint. Blankenship throws it to the left to Herrig on the wing. Herrig looking for the cutters, not there. Hits Williams, he was there, no good on the left side, and it's rebounded by Boshears. Boshears gives it over to Meadows. Meadows down the right side. He dribbles to the right wing, now attacks to the middle, spins back to the right, puts it up off the glass, no good, tipped by Caldwell, rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Blankenship. Blankenship crosses over, racing down the middle. He dribbles to the top of the key and stops. He passes to Mallow. Mallow swings it to the left wing to Hauser. Now he gives it to Herrig, coming up to the top to reset the play. Herrig, top of the key, crosses over to the left, pitches out to Hauser, drives middle and pitches up top to Mallow. Mallow drives down the right lane line, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded by Owens. Owens skips it over to Huckabee, who brings it down. Ball gets thrown to the top to Caldwell. Caldwell back over to the right wing. Now ball gets passed over to the left side to Owens, who swings it to Boshears in the left short corner. Boshears drives, muscles his way up on the left side, and that's good. That's Boshears' 11th point. He's been hard to handle for Meigs County. Meigs County cuts the lead to 1, 27-26. Loudon leading Meigs County. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Blankenship goes to the left side. Now he attacks, goes down the left lane line, and he's going to draw contact going up, and he'll go to the line. Foul's going to be given to Caldwell, his first, team first, and Blankenship to the line to shoot 2. Blankenship has 13 points, looking for 2 free throws on this possession. Blankenship puts up the first free throw. It's good. Getting the high fives from Mallow and from Hauser. Now he'll get one more. Blankenship goes through his routine. Sets, shoots. Good by Blankenship. 29-26. Loudon leading. 5:24 to go. Ball comes down. Throw it over to the left side to Meadows. Meadows gives it to Caldwell, who passes to Owens in the right corner. Owens passes it back up top to Caldwell, who dribbles down the left lane line, gets to the left side, puts up, blocked by Herrig. And as the ball is picked up by Williams and dribbled to the half line, then the ref calls the foul. What a delayed late foul as Herrig swatted him off the glass, and the player continued into the mat. And as the fan said, just because he fell into the mat doesn't mean it's a foul. Beautiful block. Free throw goes up by Caldwell. It's good. He will shoot another one. He receives the ball, looking to cut it to 1 point again. Caldwell shot up and good. 1 point ball game, 29-28, 5:10 to go. Herrig comes down and gets it, now gets the Blankenship. Blankenship comes across the half line, picked up by Caldwell, tight defense. Blankenship goes to the left, got hands all over him. Blankenship to the left, passes to Williams in the left corner. Williams drives baseline, kicks it to Mallow, left elbow. He pulls up 15 foot, no good. Rebounded by Armour. No Redskins in the paint to rebound. Armour has it. He drives down, passes it off to Owens. Owens throws it over to Caldwell. Caldwell over to the left side to Meadows. Meadows hesitates, now attacks. Drives down the left side, gets to the left, puts it up off the glass, and that's good by Meadows. They take Meigs County takes the lead with 4:30 to go. The score 30-29. Blankenship with the ball. Pass it over to Herrig. Herrig gives it to Hauser, left wing. Hauser drives in, powers his way in front. He puts it up and in good by Hauser. So he answers to get the lead back, 31-30. Bringing the ball down for Meigs County's Caldwell. He drives in. Now he kicks out to Owens on the right corner. Owens puts up the three, no good. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Williams. So Meigs County will throw the ball in the deep left corner into the Meigs County bench. Pass the ball out top of the key to Caldwell. Caldwell's going to call the play. 4:05 to go in the third. Caldwell drives, gets to the right block, puts up the shot, no good, and it's going to be chased down by Boshears in the left corner. Boshears rips, drives, pulls up 5 feet, left side, no good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig gives it over to Blankenship. Blankenship's going to drive in. He's going to dare him to stop him. He goes all the way. Left-handed layups up and good by Donovan Blankenship. 33-30, 3:42 to go here at Meigs County. Loudon leading. Ball gets thrown up to the right to Meadows. Meadows on the right wing, pulls the three. Good, he sinks it. Ethan Meadows, big three. That ties us up, 33-33, with 3:28 to go in the third. Blankenship walks it down, gets the call. Goes off the screen, backs it out. Now he attacks, gets to the left block, and gets fouled as he goes in. Up for the shot. That's been practically all night, but they just kind of call it when they feel like it. Foul's on. They called the foul on number 2, Caldwell. That is his second, team second. And Blankenship to the line for 2 more. His free throw's up, and it rattles out, no good. Checking in for Meigs County is number 21, Shaver. And Blankenship will get set for his second free throw. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. It's tied up 33-33 between Loudon Redskins and Meigs County Tigers at Meigs County High School. Blankenship's second free throw's up, no good, but it's tipped by Hauser to Blankenship. Blankenship kicks it out left wing to Mallow. He puts up the three, no good, gets his own rebound, passes it over to Blankenship. Blankenship, extra pass to Williams on the right wing. He puts up the three, no good, and rebounded by Armour. Armour taking it down, passes up to the right corner, now right back to Armour. Armour drives in, kicks it out left wing to Caldwell. He puts up the three, and it's good by Caldwell. With that three, Meigs County takes one of their biggest leads, 36-33. 2:50 to go in the third. Blankenship walks it down. Pass the ball to Herrig. Herrig back over to Blankenship. Extra pass to Williams in the left corner. Williams puts up the three, no good. Rebounded by Armour. Armour quickly out, down the middle, dishes it up to Boshears. He gets the layup on the right side, no good. Rebounded by Mallow. Mallow gives it over to Blankenship, and as he crosses the half line, Coach Graves wants a timeout. 36-33, Meigs County leading Loudon at Meigs County High School. 2:30 to go in the third. Full timeout on the floor. No, 30-second timeout on the floor. So we'll be back in 30 seconds on 96.1 WLNT.
Loudon United Methodist Church is proud to support Redskin athletics and academics. You're invited to the early Sunday service at 8:45, Sunday school at 10 a.m., or morning worship at 11 a.m. Loudon United Methodist Church is located at 509 Mulberry Street, phone 458-3164, or online at loudonumc.org.
Loudon to throw it in on the left side next to the scores table. Blankenship will give it to Herrig. 2:30 to go in the third. Loudon trailing 36-33. Blankenship walks across the half line. Walks down to the top. Hesitates, passes to the right wing to Blankenship. Blankenship drives in, kicks out to Herrig. Herrig puts up the three, top of the key, no good. Turner flying in to try to save it and unable to do so. So it goes out of bounds. So out of that timeout, Simi Turner has checked into the game for the Redskins. Ball comes into Caldwell. Caldwell walking the ball down. Comes across the half. Caldwell passes over to the left wing to Meadows. Meadows rips and drives. Now kicks out to the left to Caldwell. Caldwell throws it to the right side. Now back over to the left to Caldwell. 2 Caldwells on the floor. Ball gets past to Meadows. Meadows drives baseline, gets the block, runs over Williams. And wouldn't you believe it, they'll call a block. So Williams can't stand there any longer. But they count the bucket off of Meadows. He'll get a chance for a 3-point play. And so Williams, that'll be his second, team second. And so one of the refs out here did call. He put his hand behind his head, meaning charge. And Coach Josh Graves is just realizing that he called the and one block. Coach Graves saying you're wrong, but thanks. So first, the free throw's up by Meadows. It's up and good. 39-33. Meigs County gets their biggest lead of the game with 1:50 to go in the third. Blankenship bringing it down. Pass the ball up the left corner to Williams. Williams tries the three, no good. Rebounded by Huckleby. Huckleby taking it down. Passes it over to the right corner to number 3, Meadows. He tries the three, no good. And it's rebounded by Meigs County. Ball gets passed back to Meadows, right side. He drives in, puts up the shot off of Williams, and it goes in. And they call a foul again, even though Williams was straight up. I don't know how you could be any more straight up or standing still any more than Williams was on the past 2 possessions. But somehow these refs have seen that there, and I don't understand it, but we'll see. So that's Blankenship's third, team third. Herrig bringing the ball down, trailing 41-33 at Meigs County. 1:21 to go in the third. Herrig brings it over to the right wing. Herrig picks it up, now hits Blankenship diving. Blankenship catches and puts it up on the right side, and that's good by Blankenship. Meigs County brings it down. Ball goes up to Huckleby, left side. Huckleby swings it to Caldwell. Caldwell to the right corner to Meadows. Meadows drives baseline again, gets to the right side and puts it up again. So he's making a living from that drive from the right corner. 1 minute to go. Meigs County leading 43-35. Herring with the ball. Comes to the right side. Now he drives in himself, and they're going to call little hand check on that. So after all this going off of their players, getting fouled, getting pushed, it's a little hand check. But a charge on the other end is not. I think these fans may want to hear an interview with the refs after this, not the coaches. We'll see if we can't comply. So ball comes into Blankenship in the right corner. Blankenship drives middle. He gets an opening, goes to the right side, puts it up, and that's good by Blankenship. Caldwell with the ball. Passes up to the left wing to Caldwell. He puts up the three, no good. Rebounded by Turner. Turner gives it to Blankenship, who passes it up to Herrig. Herrig back to Blankenship. Blankenship going to set up the play. 26 seconds. Meigs County 43, Loudon 37. Blankenship gets a screen, comes to the right, spins to the middle, puts up the shot in front of the rim, and it's good by Donovan Blankenship. Beautiful play by Blankenship. Meigs County wants the one shot. Caldwell with it. 10 seconds to go. Pass off to the right to Meadows. Meadows squaring up. Meadows, top of the key, 5 seconds. Now he attacks. Herrig makes a jump on it. He's able to kick it out to Caldwell, right corner. He takes a three, no good. And that's how we'll end the third quarter with the score. Meigs County 43, Loudon 39. 8 more exciting minutes to go on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
Twin Lakes Flooring is located at 1039 Mulberry Street in Loudon, right across from Loudon High School. Whether you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, or commercial flooring, they can handle it all. From plush carpet to elegant hardwood, you're on solid ground with Twin Lakes Flooring. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, phone 408-0107, or you can find them on the web at twinlakesflooringtn.com.
This is Jeff Trout from Loudon West End Florists and Gifts. Whatever your floral needs, our dedicated staff is here to help. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Saturday from 8:30 to 1, and anytime by appointment.
Loudon West End Florist and Gifts, located next to Loudon Funeral Home. Phone 458-4616 or online at loudonwestendflorist.com.
It is home cooking. Maybe not so much home cooking. It's just maybe some bad reffing. But nonetheless, we are where we are. And Meigs County has the ball to start the fourth quarter. Ball comes in. Kick out to the right to Huckleby. He takes the three. No good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Meigs County. And, of course, the ref, who is standing right there on the baseline, says it's Meigs County's ball. So thank goodness for one ref that does know what's going on somewhat, able to fix us up. Ball comes into Blankenship. Blankenship walks it down. Comes across the half line. Blankenship double screens, top of the key. He comes to the right wing, pulls the three. He's got it! Donovan Blankenship. 43-42. Loudon trails 1 at Meigs County High School. 7:28 to go in the game. Ball being brought down by Meadows. He's going to dribble to the right wing. Now he's going to try a three. No good. Rebounded by Herrig. Herrig gives it to Blankenship at the half line. Blankenship Going to back it out, call the play. Here comes the screen. Blankenship to the right side, kick out to Herrig on the wing. Herrig back to Blankenship, tries a three again, no good, in and out. Rebounded by Caldwell. Caldwell quickly races out, and now there's a timeout on the floor for Meigs County. Mass subs by Meigs, so we'll get these in off of a quick 30-second timeout. So 7:06 to go here in the ballgame. Meigs County with a 1-point lead, 43-42. Meigs County really has had a very good game plan against these Redskins. The Redskins unable to hit the outside shots as they are accustomed to doing. The transition in the first half has slowed down slightly here in the second half. And, of course, missing Brody Harrison is a key factor as well for these Redskins. Being out of school a factor for these Redskins, but they fight. And so, the bad reffing is hard to overcompensate, especially when you kind of got one ref out there. So ball comes in for Meigs County. Swing the ball to the left to Owens on the left wing. Owens up top to Boshears. Boshears kicks out to Meadows. Meadows drives in, gets to the left side, puts it up off the glass, and that's good by Meadows. He's a tough player, very good, and from what I understand, he's a freshman. 45-42, Meigs County on top at Meigs County High School. Blankenship brings it down, passes to Williams, left corner. Williams puts up the three, no good. Mallow battles for it, but Boshears comes up with it. He gives it over to the right side to Meadows. Meadows drives it down, passes it off to Caldwell in the corner. Now the ball gets swung around the perimeter, all the way to the left wing to Armour. Armour gives it to Boshears' left elbow. He drives down the left lane line, spins back, and tries to kick it out to the right, and Blankenship makes a jump on it, and is able to deflect it, and it goes out of bounds at the half line. Meigs County will throw it in at the half, far away from us. Pass the ball in the middle of the court to Meadows. Meadows hesitates and drives, spins back to the right, puts it up off the glass, and that's good by Meadows. He's got 22 here in the game. So he's turned out to be a proven force. Blankenship drives it down. He drives in the paint, kicks out to the right to Herrig. Herrig puts up the three, and he sinks it. 47-45. Redskins trail the Tigers. Meadows brings it down for Meigs County. He's going to drive again, drive in, put it up, gets the foul, and good. Meadows is being a difficult force. He is really taken off here in this second quarter. That's going to be Herrig's third and team fourth. So on that play, Meadows gets the 2 points and the additional threes on the way. It's no good, but Meigs County gets the rebound. Kick it back out to Meadows. Meadows skip past Owens. Owens drives baseline, gets to the left side, puts it up, draws the foul, and now he'll go to the line. Fouls on Mallow. That will be Mallow's third, team fifth. If the Redskins would have rebounded, there wouldn't have been a need for the foul. Owens to the line to shoot two. He spins it to himself, puts up the shot, and it is good. At Meigs County, Meigs County leads Loudon 50-45 with 5:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Owens sets, shoots, and good. 51-45. Blankenship gets the ball, 5:35 to go in the ball game. Blankenship comes across the half line. Here comes the screen. Pass it over to Herrig, right wing. Herrig dribbles to the middle, kicks out left to Hauser. Hauser drives in, jump stops at the block, puts it up, no good, and the ball will be rebounded by Owens. Owens jogs it down. Now he passes up the left wing to Armour. Armour puts up the three, and he sinks it. That's going to warrant a timeout by Coach Josh Graves. So 5:11 to go in the game. Meigs County 54, Loudon 45 on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
The McBride Company of Tennessee is proud to support the Loudon Redskins. They offer commercial warehousing solutions with over 160,000 square feet, 20 docks, inventory control, security systems, as well as office space. Locally owned and operated by Bobby and Rebecca McBride. Phone 458-4312.
This broadcast is made possible by Loudon City Council member Tim Dixon. Go Redskins! This message from Tim Dixon, a proud Redskin supporter.
Follow the Loudon Redskins all season long right here on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
Redskins trying to fight their way back into it. Meigs County takes their biggest lead at 9 points, 54-45, 5:11 to go in the game. Blankenship gets the ball for the Redskins, going left to right, full court. Blankenship comes across the half line, crosses over to the right, pitches back to Herrick. Herrick drives in, gets to the right side, puts it up off the glass, no good, rebound by Owens. Owens jogs it down. Comes across the half, picked up by Blankenship. Pass the ball over to the left side to Caldwell. Caldwell up top to Caldwell. Now to the left side to Armour. Armour has it, looking inside, not there. No rush by Meigs County, 4:43 to go. Ball gets swung over to Meadows. Meadows to the right wing. Now back up top to Caldwell. Caldwell passes to the left to Boshears. Boshears over to Meadows on the right wing. Meadows attacks. Passes off to Armour, left wing. He just backs it out. 4:27 to go. Ball swung over to the right to Meadows. Meadows to the top of the key. Passes out to the left corner to Owens. Owens drives middle. Passes out to Armour. Armour over to Meadows. Meadows over to the right wing to Caldwell. Caldwell drives middle. Kicks out left to Armour. It's just a game of keep away. 4:07 in the fourth quarter. Armour gives it off to Caldwell, and he passes it over to the right to Owens. He swings it into the right corner to Meadows, who skip pass all the way to the left to Caldwell. It's just a game of keep away. Now Coach Graves says to bring the traps. So Redskins now running and jump trapping. And Meigs County content with just passing the ball around, trying not to give it to the transition offense of the Redskins. Ball gets thrown over to the right wing to Meadows. Meadows passes to the right corner to Owens. He puts up the three, and it's good by Owens. Great ball movement by Meigs County. Blankenship down the court, comes in front of the Redskin bench, and he's just going to pull the three from the right wing. No good, and it's rebounded by Boshears. Most of the Redskins' shots are one and done. Meigs County able to get it done on the glass. Meadows with the ball. He weaves to the defense. He's going to drive it in, get to the right side, and put up the shot, and that's good. Meadows continues to add to his impressive total, and it's 59-45. Blankenship bringing the ball down. He's going to try to turn the corner and try to go to the baseline, and he's going to be bodied up. Fouls on Caldwell. That's his third, team third. Redskins will throw it in underneath their own goal on the right side in front of the Redskin cheerleaders. 3:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Blankenship gets it out to Mallow. Mallow goes baseline, gets the right block, and kicks out to Williams. Williams tries a three, top of the key. This time he's got it. Jackson Williams with the three. It's 59-48, 11-point lead. Quick pass down the right side to Meadows. Meadows drives baseline, gets trapped at the block, turns and kicks out to Caldwell. Caldwell tries to pass it over the left side and throws it out of bounds into the coach. Redskins get a chance here to cut it back to single digits with 2:49 to go in the fourth. Blankenship catches the inbounds, comes across the half line. Passes over to Hauser. Hauser to Williams. Williams drives baseline, kicks it up to Mallow, and it's tipped and stolen away by Boshears. He gives it off to Meadows, and he passes up to Owens at the half line. Owens comes across the half line, skip pass over to Armour. Armour being pressured by Mallow, passes it over to Meadows. Meadows attacks to the middle, tries to get to the right side. It's stolen by Williams. Williams comes all the way to the right side, to the right wing, and now he backs it out to the right corner. Now he attacks down the baseline. He's going to go all the way to the other side to the left corner. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Hauser. Hauser on the left wing, hits Mallow, top of the key. He pitches back to Herrick, who tries a three from the right wing. No good. Rebounded by Boshears. 2 minutes to go. Meigs County 59, Loudon 48. Ball goes up to Caldwell, and Meigs County wants a timeout to continue to work on their stall offense. With that timeout, we'll get one more word from our sponsors on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.
Brewster Services, located right across the street from Loudon High School, offers commercial lawn maintenance and installation, tree trimming and removal, as well as landscaping and installation. Locally owned and operated by Ken Brewster, Brewster Services. Phone 458-8887.
Get updates on the Loudon Redskins, scores, pictures, and more. Just follow us on Twitter at Redskin Radio.
Meigs County with the ball at the half. Looking to get it in is Armour. Armour gives it in the backcourt to Meadows. Meadows up to Armour. Armour, open three, right corner, puts it up, and he drains it. They cannot miss. They're shooting very well from everywhere. Blankenship dribbles down, dribbles all the way to the right wing. He's going to pull it himself, and he makes one. 62-51. Full court press is on. Ball comes in the back to Armour. Armour tries to dribble across the half line. Stolen away by Hauser. Hauser gives it to Blankenship. Blankenship, top of the key, pulls another three. No good, and it's going to bounce off the top of the goal. 62-51. Loudon trailing Meigs County with 1:24 to go in the fourth. Ball comes into Caldwell. Caldwell over to the left to Meadows. Meadows tries to feed in the middle. He gets it to Caldwell, who drives in and kicks out. Now here comes the game of keep away as the Redskins running a half-court run-and-jump trap. Ball goes to the right to Owens. He kicks it back out to Meadows. Meadows swings it to the left to Armour. Armour over to the left wing to Caldwell. Caldwell looking for the cutters. Not there. Now Turner's going to come up and foul. That'll be Turner's first. Team sixth. 62-51 with a minute to go. Armour to throw it in. Left side. Right at the three-point line. Looking to get in on the baseline. He jumps, and so that can't do that. You can't walk and jump, and that's a turnover. Ball goes to the Redskins. It's the right call. Can't move. Redskins will get the ball, trailing 11 with 1 minute to go. Ball comes into Blankenship. He lets it bounce all the way to the half line and past the half line. Now he picks it up. 1 minute. Blankenship to the left, gives it to Williams. Williams tries a three. No good. And fighting for it is Turner and Herrig and the Tigers. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Redskins. Meigs County will throw the ball in. Armour will do it. He will try to get it in. Pass the ball over to Meadows. Meadows throws it back to Armour. Armour, pass fake against the press. Skip pass over to Owens. Owens tosses it back to Meadows, and here comes the trap. Meadows weaves, passes out to Caldwell. Caldwell up top to Boshears. Boshears going to get fouled by Hauser. It'll be Hauser's third, team seventh, and now Boshears to the line. Boshears has gone 3 for 4 from the line, and he'll look for 2 more. Boshears at the line. 36 seconds to go. Meigs County leading 62-51. Boshears sets, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Blankenship. Blankenship down the near sideline. Goes to the right, crosses over to the middle, gets to the right side of the goal, puts it up, and that's good by Blankenship. And Coach Graves wants a full timeout. So Redskins able to cut it to 9 points, 62-53. There's 30 seconds to go. So the Redskins going to have to try to completely face guard, not allow any pass in. If they do get it in, then the Redskins will have to get up a quick foul and hope that Meigs County continues to miss from the free throw line. Here in the second half, it's been a lot of Meadows. Meadows, and as I understand it, is a young freshman, and he has been very impressive here in the second half, as just in the second half alone, he's got 20 points. He's got 25 altogether. He has been a tough force, a difficult force to handle, to mess with, and has played exceptionally well for this Meigs County Tiger team. And hopefully these Redskins can create a few turnovers here and give themselves a chance with 30 seconds to go. Out of the timeout, Meigs County looking to go full length, right to left. Full court press by the Redskins. They're in a zone press, 1-2-1-1. So they'll let it get in and trap. Here comes the trap as the ball comes into Caldwell, and then Blankenship gets the steal, but they call the foul. Foul given to Herrig. That'll be his fourth and team eighth. That will send Meadows to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Meadows at the line has been his worst part of the night, but he's still been pretty well. 1 of 3. He goes to the line, puts up the front end of the 1 and 1, and it bounces up and falls out no good, but Meigs County chases down the rebound is Meadows. Meadows in the corner, and he's going to be fouled by Blankenship. That'll be Blankenship's first, team ninth. Again, a lot of times here in this second half, Meigs County able to get multiple opportunities on the glass. Redskins not able to do so. And that could be where this differential is. So Meadows back to the line to shoot 1 and 1 again. Front end's up, and it's good. He will get another one as that extends the lead to 10, 63-53, 23 seconds to go. Second free throw's up, and it's good. 64-53. Blankenship gets the ball in. Comes to the middle. Back to the left. Pulls up. Top of the key. No good. And going to be rebounded by Owens. Owens gives it over and gets fouled. Foul's going to be given to Williams. It'll be his 4th. Team 10th. And now Owens to the line to shoot 2 as he went 2 for 2 earlier here in this 4th quarter. 13 seconds to go. Barring a miracle, Redskins will fall to 8-2 to finish the regular season in district play. Owens' first free throw's up and no good. He awaits his second. He'll go through his routine. Spins in his hands. Puts up the free throw, and it's no good. Rebounded by Harry. Harry gives it to Blankenship. 10 seconds. Blankenship dribbles down. He gets fouled. So they've got a lot of fouls that they can give. And that's 12. It's Caldwell. That's his 4th and only team 5th. Williams will throw it in right in front of the Redskin bench. Pass it into Blankenship. Blankenship, 8 seconds. Pulls up. Top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Meadows. That's the way this game will end. It ends with Meigs County 64, Loudon 53. Stay tuned. We'll debrief quickly when we come back on 96.1 WLNT, Magic 104.1, and RedskinRadio.com.